Hi, my name is Sandra Johnson, and I am still doing the Aseptic Technique and Use of Media Lab microbiology course at CCD. I'm now gonna be performing activities 2 through 4. So I started out, I washed my hands, I disinfected my lab area, and I set out this triptych soy agar and my broth plate out for approximately 15 minutes to get room temperature because I had them cooling. So guess we'll get started. Oh, and I also wanted to say in my first part of my experiment I had trouble flaming the candle, and so I had my triptych soy broth kind of open a little bit longer than would probably be recommended, so that might be room for error or contamination. But as you can see here, it's has a little film right here, and the turbidity, it's really you can't really see through it, and there's a layer at the bottom of contents. So yeah, cool. So it says completely close the cap of the reactivated culture and mix the contents by tapping the tube gently or rolling it between your palms. So, okay. So I'm gonna just roll it between my palms. I'm gonna tapping the tube. Okay, as I was. Oh, you can see while I'm tapping it and rolling it, particles are coming from the bottom and they're kind of going up a little bit more, and the film at the top has kind of broken up a little bit. So it's kind of mixing all that together, I guess. Remove a sterile inoculating loop from its packaging. I kind of already got one all the way to the top. From its packaging, do not set the loop down. Hold it in your dominant hand. I don't know. I'm going to do it with my non-dominant hand because, okay, close it real quick. Avoiding contamination. Okay, now I can probably hold it in my dominant hand. Remove the cap from the reactivated culture. Remember, do not set the cap down. Hold it in your pinky of your dominant hand while holding the tube with your non-dominant hand. Okay. Now we're going to flame the mouth of the tube again. Hopefully this works a little better this time, because last time I was really... I don't know why, it did... There it goes. I'm going to let the flame get big a little bit. It's cool, the candle's staying this time, so cool. Holding the tube at an angle, insert the inoculating loop to obtain a loop of liquid broth, then withdraw the loop. Do not set the loop down. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm just going to do that. Do not set the loop down. This is kind of weird, flipping this. And I'm not trying to... Flame the mouth of the tube and replace the cap. My candle's actually staying this time. And then it actually just went out right when I said that. Okay, so I put it back on the rack. So here I do have something on my little loop. It says remove the cap from the fresh nutrient broth tube. Do not set the cap down. And then we're going to flame it open again. The mouth. You got to be really ambidextrous to kind of do this. But I feel like I'm getting a little better at it. The second time around, I was really nervous. let me, this candle just keeps going out. I don't know if it's the, on the instruction videos, their little candle knob that they use is like a little longer than mine. Mine's really short and stubby, so I don't know if that's the reason why my flame keeps going out. Okay, so it's been flamed. You see, it's, maybe I'll do it a little bit more so it's a little bit more black. Here it goes. While holding the tube at an angle, insert the inoculating loop and wish it about gently. So I'm inserting it. I'm gonna just go all the way to the bottom and I'm gonna swish it around. And remove the loop from the flame. Okay. We're gonna flame again. I think this is my least favorite part, is flaming. And not because it's hard, it's just the only difficult part is keeping the flame going for me. And so, yeah. I feel like before I was really kind of like didn't know what to say or expect. Replace the cap. Set the newly inoculated tube on the rack for incubation. Leave its cap slightly loose. So again, finger tightness and then turning it, you know, like a quarter way, like we did with the other one. And so place the inoculating loop in the disposal jar. So I have my disposal jar with my 70% isopropyl alcohol. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Okay. Now we're going to do our aseptic transfer from broth to culture. So we're going to remove the cap of the reactivated culture. Let me get an inoculating loop ready first, because that makes it kind of a smoother transition, especially if I'm going to have my my cap open. I kind of want it to go smoothly so I don't really like do too much contamination. So let me do it this way, like it says. Flame the mouth again. Okay, and now we're gonna get another inoculating loop. And that kind of slid back down there, which kind of sucks. And I'm gonna close it back. Okay. Obtain the loop from the broth, flame the mouth of the tube, replace the cap. So here we go. Like, this is actually really cool. Oh, flame the mouth. Almost forgot that part. And then my fire did go out, but I think we're gonna be okay. Lift the lid of the petri dish slightly. So I guess I had it upside down, but I can do it this way, I guess. Touch the loop gently to the surface of the agar. Drag it over the surface in a back and forth zigzag fashion. Take care not to gouge the agar. Close it immediately after you have inoculated the plate. So I'm gonna do zigzag motions, doing it really gently. Okay. Invert the plate, and I'm gonna set the loop in the disposal jar. So I inverted it, and gonna let it incubate. After I'm done with all the incubations, I'm going to label with the date and which culture we're using. So there's that too. Wow. Okay. So follow disposal and cleanup guidelines at the end of this investigation to dispose of the used materials, disinfect your work area. So I'm going to let it incubate all 3 cultures. That's the first one. Oh no, there's 3. The nutrient broth, the tryptic soy agar, and the plate. Those are gonna incubate for 48 hours. I'm gonna take pictures of my cultures. It says don't use flash. So after 48 hours and then after 72 hours. Super excited. Yeah.